The water's been angry lately. And since I only do shore dives, that means I haven't been able to go out and shoot any fish, but I have been able to shoot pictures of surfers surfing unsuccessfully. As much fun as that is, it's not edible, but the water's looking like a friend today, so we can get out and catch some lunch. Don't want to waste any time gearing up or driving over, so we're just gonna go ahead and... What do you mean it just disappeared? I'm supposed to be at the beach. I didn't snap wrong.
Free camera, let's go.
With the camera recollected, time to hop in the water. We are just doing a coastline dive today, partially because it's my favorite, and partially because I don't have a good pair of long fins right now. But you can see it's pretty clear. It's usually the most murky right up along the coastline where it's all getting stirred up. But I love to dive here when it's available. Anyway, down here scheming on this big Palani. All the fish are really calm. I guess it hasn't been hit too much throughout the winter. And in a moment here, he's going to give me a gorgeous broadside on his big dinner plate sized body, and I come down with a sudden and severe case of recoil anticipation. Wrist goes down, shot goes miss, next drop. Here, there's some nice looking collos, but I'm not too confident in their size, so I don't pull the trigger on them. These two give me a beautiful broadside right in front of the rock. They just hang out in front of me. But again, I'm not positive that they're legal, so I do not take the shot. Follow them around a bit to see if they will lead me to their elders, but nothing comes of this one. Take a drop down on this school full of the usual suspects, Maninis, Maikos, Palanis, couple collas, lots of 9-eye. So yeah, it's looking very fishy. Definitely feeling confident we'll get a meal out of this dive. But none of the Palanis are quite as big as the one I just missed, so I'm not terribly interested in them. But it's nice to see that they're very calm and I can get pretty close. Hold the trigger so I don't spook them, and we're taking another drop on the school. There's going to be a big one coming right up through the middle of the screen. Again, still feeding, a great sign. He's going to give me a quartering away shot that I will take. I get him, but I hit the rock behind him, so I'm not positive if the flopper deployed, so I'm going to go retrieve him before getting breath. Shove it in a little farther, see that the flopper's good to go, and we can head on up. Give him a quick brain. Another thing I love about the coastline dives is you don't need to carry the buoy around with you, so I'm just putting everything on my waist buoy. But I do remember that last time I was in this spot, this big guy came to check me out. So as I'm seeing all the blood pour out of this fish's head, I head a little closer to the coastline so the taxman has one less angle to approach me at should he come around. And I just saw a big red uhu, so I try to dive down and cut it off, creeping around the corner of this rock. But I must have spooked her with the dive down because she's nowhere in sight. Again, got the usual suspects here. Some okay sized Palanis, but after seeing all the big ones around, I'm definitely not going to pull the trigger on them. And this guy comes just to see what I'm up to. Not positive what that is. I just like it when the water does this too. It's cool. Another drop. This Nanui comes in to check me out. Not really on the menu today though. I'd really like to get one more Palani. So I try to hide my body behind this rock and scheme on these few fish in front of me. It's going to be a couple more collas here, but again, not too confident that they're hitting their 14-inch legal limit, so I'm not going to pull the trigger on them. Dropping again on a couple nice sized Palanis, hiding my body behind this rock, and they're looking calm and a little curious. I kind of think he's going to come to me, but he turns away, so it's on me to close the distance. Not many rocks to hide behind, but I'm going to keep my body as flat as possible to the ground here in front of me as I try to close the gap here. He starts heading away, but gives me a broadside, and I take the shot, get him mid-body near the tail. A better shot than last time because it's going to damage less of that meat. Pop up, and this guy on his outriggers paddling on by, so I take a couple fins to get out of his way, brain this fish, and we'll call it a dive there. So unload the gun, make my exit, and start thinking of how I want to cook these guys up.